Okay, here we've got another attack, Fengtian versus 300, and look, where I'm at in terms of these attacks, I can do the first half of the raid pretty much nicely. I yellow them and typically take down 2 ADs in the Inferno. Yeah, I find that technique not too bad actually. Drop 2 golems, drop 2 wizards either side, drop the queen. Wait for a mortar to land. Drop your wall breakers, open up a pocket, jump into the Inferno somewhere between the air defences, and drop your king a bit late and zap the CC. It's fairly systematic, and I can pull that off most times. Where I have struggled with the raid is often in the second half on the loon drop, and I think it's probably because I'm a fairly new air raider since Lavas came in. People have been doing it for a long time, probably find it easy, but I don't find that as easy. So what I want to do in this raid is just focus on, okay, if you got the first part of the raid right, how do you get the second part right? And what's good about this raid, it's a really good demonstration of how do you take down that second Inferno with your drop in terms of the design of it. So look at this base. So we've got sort of semi-deep air defences, diagonal Infernos, and the queen here. So the logical place here would be to try and jump into the Inferno here. You've got 2 nice close ADs. You can take them down. You'll get the queen as well. Now this is a trick, right? So they've got the town hall in there, and the town hall's got lots and lots of hit points. So if the queen comes in here and starts hitting the town hall, likelihood is it's dead before the time he gets to this air defense. So it leaves you 2 options. You can to get this air defense, either you can do what this person's done, carry 4 hogs and drop them late to take down the second air defense, or the other way you might do it is you might hope you can get the Inferno and the AD with your queen and zap the CC with the 2 golems and the queen, and then open up this pocket with some wall breakers, drop your king in here, providing you've cleared out here a bit to make sure the king goes straight, and then raids the king through here. So there's probably 2 ways of coming at that. It's just a question about whether your queen can get both of these, and you can spare your king for this other AD. But let's have a look at the raid. But really what I want to do here is focus on the second half of the raid, because that's the interesting bit about this raid. So you've got some wizards, clearing out, got your queen, probably drop a jump about here. I like this strategy of dropping a jump and sort of saving yourself 3 wall breakers, because when it's nice and close like this, you don't need wall breakers. You just drop the jump now, golems will jump over, the queen will come around, and you're set. And the queen's coming around here, lots and lots of CC, taking its time. Those golems taking lots of damage. And zap, probably about now. Yep. And the king will come in and take out that Inferno. No, king's dead. Pretty quick there. But the queen will take down the Inferno, get stuck on the town hall, and then he drops a couple of hogs to take out the other air defense. So a bit more expensive than the standard Lavaloons to do that. He had some insurance hogs and took down the 2 air defenses in the Inferno. Now what I'll do is let's quickly look through how he does this drop, and then I'm going to do it in fast forward, back and forward, to actually have talk about how to do this drop to take down the second Inferno. So you drop a lava, let it run across the base. That protects the loons as it takes down these defenses. Bunches of 2 and 3 at each of the defense points. Rages through here, got a good decent high value rage there, and then we'll drop a freeze when the balloons have taken damage but aren't dead, and you can see that comes through on the Inferno, and then you've got tons of balloons for the rest of the base, but they're fairly bunched. So now let's have a look at the technique around that, because this is what I want to focus on this video. So pause here. So you want to take down this Inferno. You've got lots of ground to cover here, less ground here. So that means you start your loon drop on this side of the base, and where they've got more to cover. So you just do a gradual loon drop, and by the time you get around here, the loons are probably up to here. And so you've got a nice semicircle around this Inferno, in which case then sort of rage here, they'll all converge on the Inferno and the AD at the same time. You'll freeze that, and that's how it gets taken out. So let's have a look at that in fast speed. Ready? So Here we go. So you can see how that works. I'm going to do that. Just have a second look. So dropping them in 2s and 3s around the base. 2s and 3s. You can see you've got your semicircle forming, raging in, freeze about now, and it's gone. So that's the technique to actually sort of converge in on an Inferno. You want them all coming in at once. The idea is if you get them all coming in at once, the multi-Inferno can only hit 5 balloons. You've got maybe 15 or 20 coming in on the one Inferno, so that means you've got 15 balloons not taking damage, and the Inferno is probably frozen, so by the time it sort of wakes up, it's got 20 balloons over it, and it's just come out of a freeze, it's gone, and it leaves you balloons for the rest of the base. You don't want your balloons fighting the Inferno in groups of 5, you want them fighting the Inferno in groups of 20, because that way most of the balloons aren't suffering Inferno damage, and this is the technique to do it. So have a look at that again. And you're taking out that Inferno. Now the other thing to just note on the top of the base, he's dropped all his balloons to take that down, that Inferno. If there was a whiz tower at this section, he'd need to save 1 or 2 balloons and say drop 1 here and 1 here as the main bunch was coming in here. Otherwise he could lose his main bunch, because you'll see at this point, taking down the Inferno, all bunched, almost all in one bunch. A whiz tower here, if there's 20 balloons there, can do almost 1,000 damage points per second on that punch. You need to drop some distraction balloons if there was a whiz tower in this part of the base to protect your main bunch. But anyway, that's the technique for closing in on a single Inferno. You can see Great Raid there, closed in, brought Fengtian up in the wall, 4-1 at this stage.